Hey guys, good morning. It's 6:30 a.m. right now. It's the 3rd of July. I've never really done anything like this before, but it's something that I have been wanting to do for quite some time now. I wasn't very sure on how to start because I'm not really good with guidance and direction. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's gotten me places for sure, but we all have to start somewhere. So the angel on my shoulder is pulling my ear like, right now's the time. Do it now. Rip the Band-Aid off and just get started. But I'm not sure what this is going to be, but it's something that I know I need to do. With a lot of knowledge and a lot of wisdom, we attain this responsibility to teach others. And not necessarily like teaching. I don't mean lecturing others, because I hate getting lectured by someone that I know I'm smarter than. We're all smart and superior in our own ways. We all carry valuable traits, that may be a little bit more elevated than others. I'm not saying that I'm a saint. I'm far from it. I'm not an angel. I'm not a motivational speaker. I just fucking keep it real. I just say what's on my mind, and I'm not scared to say it. And I think I'm pretty good at saying it without hurting anyone's feelings. And there's a lot of things on this that I do want to touch on. We're all going through our journeys right now, right? And I feel like we don't talk enough about the learning processes that it takes to get to a certain level of consciousness. And we need to start talking about that. We need to normalize talking about our failures, talking about our present day situations. Like, I'm still evolving. I'm far from being there where I want to be, but damn, dude, I'm so proud of myself. And I know that there's people out there that pretend not to see me, and I know I pay attention, and I know there's certain seeds that I've planted in people, and that shit just it just lifts my spirits, and I want to do more. I love hearing people's stories. I love that people can trust me. I love that people come to me and ask me these things, and I can't help but think that it's for a reason. It's for a reason why it's excessive lately. As of lately, me personally, I've been getting a lot of people reaching out to me, and I can't help but think that I can do something here, and I want to do something, and I feel like I'm in a cage, and I'm like, damn, I just want to open my arms to anyone and just tell them, like, come to me, like, talk to me, like, because I benefit from that too. We all benefit. That's when people are like, I hate people. I love people. I love people. I love everybody, even the fucking haters. I love y'all because I get it. And what I mean by that is when people always ask me, like, what did you do to get here? Like, to become so resilient, to become so forgiving, to become so compassionate. I used to not be that way. I was so lost in high school because of all the abuse that I was going through. I've hurt people. I was a villain in people's stories. I'm aware of that, and I'm taking responsibility, and I'm currently taking steps to confront the people that I may have hurt. Because that's just the kind of person that I am. And, I just love, and when I say I love people, I got love for people because it's so hard for me to hate somebody. You run into these nasty people, and we're so quick to be like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? When we're not quick to do that to ourselves. We need to do that to ourselves more. Look in the mirror and be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? in a loving way, because being confrontational, having accountability for yourself, it's not being vulnerable. That's not negative. And the right people are going to encourage those traits in you to bring that out. We don't ask ourselves enough, what the fuck is wrong with us? Why do I let people like that bring that side out of me? Why did that trigger me? Why did that irritate me? Why did I let that happen? Why did I say that? Why did I respond that? We have to ask ourselves these questions. Because when we learn ourselves, when we own up to our shit and we know who we are, we build this confidence in ourselves that's so bold and so unapologetic that we inspire those around us. That's the beautiful, that is the beauty that we can't see, but that the beauty that we can feel. You can't tell me that you've never been in a crowded room and you see someone walk in with just a fucking vibe, like their aura is just so powerful that you can't help but at least wonder, I wonder what it's like to get to know them. I wonder what it's like to be their friend. Don't you want to be that person? Like us as human beings, especially in this society, we're always on social media that we become so egocentric that we don't ever take accountability for like ourselves. We think we know what other people want to see, what impresses people, but that's not what impresses. Me personally, the real people, if you're trying to attract real towards yourself, the real, then you need to know yourself. Now, if you want to attract superficial people, you want to attract status, you want to attract validation from people whose souls ain't even valid, then you go ahead, flash your money, flash your cars, flash your shoes, talk down on people that don't have as much as you. You go and do that. You be that guy that walks into the room with all this flashy shit that, thinks that he's being respected, thinks he's being valued. You go and be that guy. You go ahead. But me and the people I want around me, I want to attract realness. I want to attract people that know how to communicate with me when I'm fucking up, who encourage vulnerability, people who are so comfortable being themselves that I have nothing to hide, and you can just feel that energy, that you can trust the people around you. And being alone does that. And people always ask me, like, how did you forgive? Like, I've always been very open about my situations and the things that have happened to me and my childhood and whatnot. People that have known me since I was a little girl, I'm still keep in touch with today, and they still ask me, like, how did you do it? Like, I didn't think you were gonna make it. Like, and I didn't think I was gonna make it either. I've tried taking my own life a few times. I've tried begging people to help me when I couldn't help myself, and it's led me to have to seek help for myself at such a young age because I didn't have that support. And I didn't think I was going to live past 18. So now that I'm barely 23, I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, what am I doing? Like, I am so, like, I didn't think I was going to be here. And being alone was my biggest fear, but it's also my biggest blessing. What, honey? Sorry, it's my dog snoring in the background. What, baby? She's like, who are you talking to? You're not paying attention to me. Anywho, be alone. That's what growth is. Just be alone. Like, go shopping alone. Go to the park by yourself. Go watch a movie by yourself. Go have dinner by yourself. Go get your feet done by yourself. Go to the bar by yourself here and there. Go to a concert by yourself. Go to a festival by yourself. Like, do things alone. Just be in your house alone. embrace the present moment and just be alone. When you're alone, you have so much time to ask yourself these questions and get to know who you are. And when you get to know who you are, like I said, you build this compassion for yourself, and you kind of answer your own questions like, damn, that bitch who stole my parking spot, I was about to cuss her ass out. She was about to fuck up my whole day. But you know what? Who knows? Maybe she needed to use the bathroom really bad. Or maybe her abusive husband sent her to the fucking store and made her in a bad mood. Maybe she got some bad news today. I'm not going to let it ruin my day, though. And we just got to think of people like that. And you'd be surprised how many seeds you are planting when you just choose to let shit go, or you just choose to understand people. There's a lot of people that I keep in touch with that never apologized for traumatizing me. And it's something I'm still dealing with. You know, I'm not saying I'm awakened officially, you know, but there's so many people that go through these things by themselves and think they're the only ones thinking it. Or maybe they already know these things, but we just need to hear it from somebody else, because I'm the same way. I swear I'm a fucking know-it-all. But so even then, someone will say something, I'm like, damn, like that's a new perspective. Or I already knew that. I just needed somebody to like reassure me. And like I was saying, there's people that will never say sorry to you. There's people that you can't get away from, that you have to forgive. And it's not easy. It took me years to do. It took me years of isolation away from my own family to be the bigger person. I always was the bigger person. Scratch that. I'm always the bigger person. But to be the bigger person and be more compassionate when I approach certain situations that I don't like or make me feel a certain kind of way. And I guess what I'm trying to tie in is I'm pressing the issue that we need to spend more time by ourselves. And we need to consciously think about why we are the way that we are. Because when we know ourselves, we start healing the people around us. We start healing our friends. We start healing our families. We start healing our parents. We start healing our grandparents. When we build confidence, because when you know yourself, you're so confident. Confidence is something that is contagious. It is, because when I see a confident woman that's big and bad and I feel that she's confident, I'm like, damn, I want to be like that. I want to be confident. I want that energy, you know, like that gravitational interest, you know, like I'm tired. I keep saying excuse me. But it's a silent movement. People see that you're so confident, and because you know yourself, and people start asking themselves questions like, how can I be like that? Why am I not like this? You see what I mean? It's a domino effect. And like I said, there will be those people that will never say sorry to you, that don't take accountability. But keep in mind, you are shifting energy. May it be little by little or big masses, but you are shifting some kind of energy in someone else's lens. And the people that pretend not to notice you, the people who pretend not to hear you, the people that pretend not to take you serious, you are still planting that implementation of growth into people. And they don't even know it, but you are doing it. And if you pay attention, you'll witness all the seeds growing that you have planted in the past, because you chose to stand by your own truth, by getting to know your shit. And if you're concerned about being alone, like, no, I'm not saying be alone forever, but I'm saying be comfortable being alone. You'll attract the right kind of people towards you, the right kind of friends, the right kind of opportunities. Everything you put out into the world is going to come back to you. Everything you went through, the things that you learned from that, it was never for nothing. And it's exhausting. It's exhausting knowing so much, seeing what you see, trying to explain to people what you know. It's exhausting being around certain kind of personalities, certain kind of environments. When you know so much, it is exhausting. And you have to remember, though, you have to remember that just like ourselves, that inner child that we neglect, you have to look at people who aren't where you are yet mentally, consciously. You have to look at people like that. Like, you have to look at them as the perspective of their inner children. Who disappointed them? Who let them down? Who traumatized them? Who was there for them? Did anyone ever give them a chance? Has anyone ever heard them? People start to heal when they feel heard. So are we just going to keep on going with these generational cycles of that's just the way shit is? That's just the way it's going to be? Or are we going to step and be like, no, shit is not going to be like that. This shit ends right here. A broken, toxic family is not going to come from me. My children, my children's children, my great-grandchildren are going to feel emotionally supported, are going to feel financially stable, are going to feel like they always have me to have their back. And that's what I'm working towards. That's what I think has made me hold on for so long, because anyone who knows me knows I was born a natural born mother. Like, I've always wanted to be a mom. It's something that is a goal of mine and something I know I'm going to execute well. And that's what I held on to. That's what made me hold on to all these years is it's going to be me. It has to be us. I mean, if we're already asking ourselves these questions, do you ever think, like, why am I the only one who's seeing everything for what it is? Don't you think that there's a higher calling because of that? Don't you want to utilize the opportunity? Don't you feel special that God or whoever you believe in chose you to be the one to say something, to address the elephants in the room, to look like the black sheep of the family? This is not for the weak. It fucking gets hard. And I'm here to tell you that social media glamorizes these self-love journeys, and it's fucking ugly most of the time. And I'm currently still evolving. I'm still becoming a better person. But I think there's so much power in being vulnerable, and vulnerable is something that I have always been. And vulnerability is something I've always used to my advantage. And I've seen it help people, and that's just all that I want to do. So it's about to be 19 minutes here. Damn. So thanks for listening to me. If you did listen to this whole thing, feel free to give me any positive feedback or any positive constructive criticism. This is something that is a project of mine that I've been thinking about doing for years. And I don't know, I just woke up this morning with this feeling that I just need to do it today, now. No foundation set up, no notes. This is all just coming from the heart. And I hope that I delivered a message to somebody that prayed for it. So I hope you guys all have a lovely day. I hope you guys are patient. I hope you guys are kind today. I hope you guys take everything into consideration today. And if you don't feel loved today, then I hope that you have an opportunity to make someone else feel loved. So God bless and love, guys. Peace and love. Bye-bye.